What's going on, people? Get started in a minute. And big move on Meta this morning. I think TSDR will be on a little bit later. I know it's Frankie's first day of school today, I think. Got a little gap down this morning. Q's gapping down into yesterday's low. All right, good morning, good morning. We got about 15 minutes to open. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I debated starting the Zoom up today. I got a lot that I want to get done on the website for everyone, and I'm really not interested in much. I can't lie. Yesterday kind of just felt like a waste, to be honest. I mean, the Qs I think traded their lowest volume day, excluding holiday days, so lowest full regular session day in like 18 months or something like that yesterday. Just extremely low volume. 24 million shares. Crazy. Um, Obviously, we have NVIDIA's report after the close, Jackson Hole on Friday. I'm likely probably going to wait to see the market's reaction, NVIDIA's earnings reaction, and then kind of go from there. I have been talking about this TLT idea, which I might put something on today if it dips a little bit down to like low 83s or something. Um, IGV's gapping down this morning. We talked about this yesterday. I sent like a little Photoshop chart of this that I created, and I said, "Man, imagine if IGV gets this like candle where it um, sweeps this $100 level, reclaims, and puts in a hammer candle back into the range, and like undercuts this kind of support area here, and that could be in play today. I don't know, given how the markets felt the last few days, I'd be very surprised if this put in a huge upside reversal today. You do have some downside software names on earnings this morning. INTU's down 12%. Zoom's gapping down 6, 7%. ZS down 5%. Team gapping down now. FIVN. Little heaviness. But what's interesting though is even though IGV is gapping down below the 20 MA, there are a lot of the software leaders and names that have held up that are gapping down like into the 20 MA. Like a Now or like a FIVN. I wouldn't call Now a leader, but FIVN, um, Adobe CRM. So these are all coming, these haven't really broke trend yet. So, there is a case I think to be made for IGV to put in a reversal. Maybe it's not today. Maybe it's, in the next few days. Um, but this is a really interesting chart to keep an eye on because you have this gap that's going to close down here if it can fill it right around, let's see, 99.42. And you have this $100 psych level, probably an AVWAP from down here somewhere in there. Not quite. And then you have this obvious range breakdown. So if this can reclaim the range at all and fail to break down and reclaim the 20 MA, I think, and then you get like, the indexes like the Qs to like start to remount and show some positive signs. I think that this could be a sick opportunity. Not something I'm sure I really want to like look to just front run today and try to buy dips on. But like on a strong close, I'd be pretty confident that that would mark a low in this pullback, and these would kind of try to set up for the next leg higher. So I'm going to kind of keep an eye on how some of the software names trade today. Um, Obviously, Meta had some news this morning, but I'm honestly expecting today to be pretty quiet, kind of like yesterday. I don't really see the case for a big move in much things today. Q's mid range, um, semis mid range. Yeah, I don't know. Wait, do you guys kind of agree? I kind of feel like nothing really is going to happen today. We'll see. You really never know. Um, our instincts were correct yesterday. There was a few movers yesterday. A couple nice moves in biotech. Some of the nuclear stocks got going and stuff, but pretty dead for the most part. PLTR, another one that could, undercut some range and start to reclaim. So we'll watch these software names on the pullbacks. Um, but yeah, not a time to do too much right now. Just try to make sure you're going with trades that are, pre-planned on the focus list. This firm's pretty tight, especially if rates come off or something. This could see a big move out of this range. All eyes on these mags too. Pushing out a little bit this morning. Obviously, Meta's helping out a little bit right now. It's turning back up though. I think TSR is gonna hop on after. If he hops on, I'll probably hop off. He can talk for a little bit. I'll get some work done on some stuff. I don't know. You guys see anything you're really excited about today? Crypto looks like it's still trying to digest a little bit. Had a couple of nice moves today on some of those crypto names yesterday, though. Yeah, Firm looks nice. GM, I see it's MDB. Yeah, yeah, damn. Yeah, on a oops, I think that's fair. Um, yeah, Firm looks nice. This is like I wish there was more charts that had like a move like this, pull back, and then like really, really tight above the MAs like this. That's a nice look. Um, it is a choppier stock, 200 days completely flat, so there's no broader momentum in it at all, kinda. Um, it looks good though. ARXS. Oh, interesting. Thin little guy. Hey, that's not a bad look if that turns up. I see it. BAX. Fair. That's a good look. PLAB. Yeah, I saw this this morning. What was the news on this again? PLAB. Oh, earnings. Okay. Yeah, it's up into a lot of resistance up here. You got a big bear gap here. We'll see. It could be a decent mover. USAR. Yeah. Yeah, I see it. Honestly, if this is your style, these kind of setups here, it looks great. This is not really for me. Like, I know I tried it back here and I started to realize with these stocks, like, man, if like I don't know. It just feels a little random for me. I see that seen the theme though in the pickup talk about magnets and whatever, and some of the rare stocks have been lighting up the last couple of days. I see it. It's tight. Buyers showing up at support. I saw CRML got going yesterday too. Mag- Wait, there's a Mag X? No way. I did not know there was a 2X Mags ETF. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. How much dollar volume does this trade? 5 million? Damn. I didn't even know that. Thank you. Um, I don't know. I think they both just kind of give a different perspective. So I kind of look at both. Mags looks like a little bit stronger right now. Um, I don't know. I kind of just look at both. I don't know that I give one a lot more weighting than the other. In the grand scheme of things, most of the time their charts are pretty similar and they move together. Yeah, it does look stronger. I don't fully know what's in FNGU. I know they have like PLTR is their biggest weighting right now, I think. ANF is up 16% on earnings. TH kicker off deal news. Uh yeah, TH. So whoa, so this thing ripped 30% and then pulled kind of all the way back. Interesting. TH secures new multi-year contract expected to generate approximately 250 million in revenue to support top five hyperscaler data center project. Yeah, could be. That really has been the best trades over the last several weeks have been catalyst based stuff, right? Um, and actually that Sean Sharp guy, I just got his Substack post. Um, he says TH is his main focus. He specializes in catalyst gappers. That's like his specialty. And anytime he kind of mentions a stock is in focus in the morning, you kind of pay attention. And he said TH is a top watch today for him. So there you go. He said want to see some real volume on it this morning to make it in play. But these catalyst gappers have been where the heat's been at. Stuff moving on catalysts. Other stuff just kind of been random. But yeah, should be an interesting day. We'll see. We will see. Don't see much actionable stuff out there right now, though, at least for me. We introduced to see how IGV trades today. That's going to kind of be the focus of the day for me. Oh, it's pretty cool, guys. I was showing you guys that new highs, new lows scanner that we I made on UST Intelligence yesterday. And I got the other version working, like the worm, like the two lines showing new highs and new lows throughout the day that are like live update in real time. I want to show you guys at market open. I haven't it works in pre-market, but I haven't tested it in regular hours yet at the open. Show you guys this is what it looks like. It's been going in the pre-market. We'll see how it looks at open. Meta, Tesla. Okay, that's pretty accurate. PLAB, SMMT, ANF. Okay, those are pretty solid. President Trump said Iran's currency is now almost worthless. The 15-minute rule is if you have a position gapping below your stop, that you wait to see the 15-minute opening range form. So you let the first 15-minute candle form, and if it breaks the 15-minute opening range lows, you close it. But if it makes its low in the first 15-minute candle and pushes up and keeps going, that low a day is your new stop. That is what I think it is. Someone can correct me, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. No trading first 15 minutes is a good idea too, honestly, for most people, including me. Google should have moved with Meta. Okay. It does look like it got a little more volume and just jumpy price action off that headline. I don't even have my broker open right now. I don't even know if I'm gonna open it today. We'll see. Is Microsoft gapping down? Not really. 0.8%. Dun, 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 dun. All right, got 2 minutes. Good luck today, guys. Be smart. Got some big catalysts the rest of the week. Mm, 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 mm. Let's see if we can get an even lower volume day on the queues today. But I will say, guys, this quiet, very, very slow period right now probably doesn't last much longer. We got some big catalysts around the corner coming into September. Things can heat up really fast. Up or down, I don't know. But volume's probably going to come back. We're probably going to get some directions. So don't stop scanning. Stay focused. Doesn't mean you need to be trading necessarily, but IGV reclaimed this $100 level right at the open. This is pretty cool. So this is, I guess, live action for our new high, new low scanner. We'll kind of see how it looks after the first 30 minutes or so. It should give us a good idea of some internals. Be wet. Yeah, I saw some weakness on it the other day, and I was like, man, first red day, this thing's probably going to start to pull back pretty hard. A little red to green on the Qs. IGV still getting bought up. Big red to green on D-Dog. Oracle pretty strong. Hey, you got some nice oopses in some of the IGV land this morning. IGV's trying to put an oops in itself right now. It's doing exactly what we talked about. Oh yeah, LAU getting going. Nice. Nice IGV. Oops, guys. Undercut $100 level. Undercut the 20 MA. Reclaiming the range. Oops reversal. Meta pulling back a little bit. Meta gave back that whole pop from the news in pre-market. Top of the new highs. Scanner USAR. BSX Core Weave. New lows. Meta. Eli Lilly. mRNA. IGV. Nice move. Let's see if this can sustain today and then start to get tight. Probably want to see this go red to green today and close positive on the day. You'd have a little maybe a little earnings failure in some software names. Nvidia, a little weak. Remember, don't get too overexcited on stuff. We've seen some really volatile moves in the first 30 minutes, and the market just kind of flatlines for the day for the most part. So, see if some of these can sustain. Look at this hourly go signal setting up right at the gap on IGV. It's literally perfect, exactly like we talked about this morning on IGV. I'd want to see it reclaim this range and then maybe put in a higher low, and that could be that's the slapperoo spot. IGV ready to green. Meta, yeah, selling the news a little bit. Up 4 days in a row into the 50-day moving average. Stuffed. LAU up 5.5%. Nice. CCJ still going. Hot. Oh yeah, XE. Do not want to see this IGV turn back down, back near to the lows, which it has done a few times before. LEUX. Yeah, Meta gone red on the day. I mean, it moves 4% a day on average. It's below declining 50 day, below declining 200 day. Up like 5, 6 days in a row. Huge gap, exhaustion gap. I'm not surprised it's fading, to be honest. I didn't understand the news. I'll say maybe the news caught people off guard. I don't really know what that was about. I didn't really look into it. That's a quick fade, though. What the hell do those 570, 560 zero DTs just do on Meta? Probably just went insane. 5 star on Fig? Oh, I don't know. People were probably stuck in the breakout attempt yesterday. Gap down, instant support. Yeah, it's a nice buy day. If you like this Fig a lot, it's a nice buy day for sure. Meta talking about guidance right now this morning. 15-minute rule so far saved your Fig position. Nice. There you go. Nice early action MUSNDK. Yeah, not bad. Not a great chart location, unfortunately. Wow, this thing, oh, Snap just got destroyed today. This new highs, new lows thing's actually working really well. It's catching a lot of the big upside downside movers. Wanted to make sure it was accurate today. Meta, Eli Lilly, Snap, USAR, UAMY, CDNS. Yes, perfect. Perfect. Yeah, Eli Lilly getting killed, Meta, Snapchat, PLAB, Fader. Nice action on IGV, staying strong. Looks like Qs are getting a pop right now. Abo slinging around the QQQ calls. Woo. Attaboy. Little inside day on the cues so far. I don't know. The cues just look like a little EMA crossback to the downside short term, but bigger picture, we're kind of at a big support area. You could look at this as like if you're looking at the hourly, like a daily, the cycle of price action. You got your reversal extension down here, kind of wedge up into the MAs, and then you got your wedge pop yesterday, and now this could be your EMA crossback with a ghost signal. If we maintain today's low a day, so the low a day for today is probably not a bad spot to risk off of on some stuff. If you're, I feel like this is how TSCR would look at it. Whoa, WMB going nuts. Hmm. IGV red to green sustaining. Nice. It's the best look in IGV land right now. Yeah, path looks nice. Crowd. Mm, 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 mm. Got a oops on team. Oops City and software. PLTR oops. That's hot. Undercut 170. Zeta hot. Dude, these IGV software names going exactly as we planned this morning. Yeah, FIVN. We talked about this in pre-market. If it undercut the 20 MA and turned back up, exactly what it's doing. It even undercut this low from back here too. That's nice. Oh yeah, MDB did the oops Blake was talking about. What want to see on IGV intraday? Um, I'd want it to probably just trade above VWAP the rest of the day, to be honest. And I wouldn't want it to come back down below the oops trigger, I'd say. In a perfect world. got a couple nice moves this morning. I very high likelihood going to turn into a little bit of a chop fest after the next 30, 60 minutes or so, I'd say. Couple nice moves at the open though. TLT's pulling back. Hmm. Yeah, ANF earnings. Nice move. AMD just not breaking down. Most obvious breakdown. Not breaking down yet. God, this weekly though. Oh my gosh. On AMD, it looks so good. Yeah, but I'm just thinking about the market context too. Like light at that time was in June at like the peak of, the euphoria after that run. Whereas, if Qs are basing now for a new uptrend and are gonna go, and like, SOX is, still 23% off its highs. If that turns up, like, I mean, AMD is your name. I mean, it's not really in favor right now. I see what you're saying. To me, it kind of reminds me of like Nvidia from back in this period in 2023 when it kept looking like this big rounded top, but it just would not break down. Obviously, this space was way bigger, but I remember this being like, oh my god, this is the only semi that hasn't broken down yet. It's got this big rounded top. It's gonna break down. Then every time it tried to break down, it just failed and turned back up. January 2026 light. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, one base prior. Gotcha. So you mean, oh, okay, I see, I see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Gotcha. Frog engulfing? Oh, damn. Dude, sick. That looks so good. So many of these softwares are setting up with this IGV undercut today. That's nice. Yeah, software was the right focus today, for sure. At least so far. Claude, make sure you get that in the transcript. Make me look good. DXYZ pop. This thing's been weird the last couple of days. Man, Mags looks pretty constructive. It's tight, volume's drying up. Might throw on some Mags calls, guys. This chart looks really nice. And I feel like feels like market's gonna pop in the next couple of days. Or should I just buy QQQ calls? I probably just QQQ. September 18th, 72s. Or we get long some Mag X. All right. Yeah, Eli Lilly held the 50-day. I still stand by the fact I think this stock is impossible to swing trade. VG. Oh yeah, that's a nice candle. That gonna be all the heat we get for today, right there. Maybe. Yeah. Now we come back and trade at the View app until 3 o'clock. PLTR still acting nice. New highs. Are you talking about the SPX or the Dow, Jim Jones? Oh yeah, I guess SPX almost got back to the highs from March. Got close. Oh, the final top, like the lower high before the downtrend began. Yeah. Yep. Da-da-da-da-da. LEU back below 200. Okay, a low, giving it back. Q's back right on the day. You got semis back at lows of the day. What's this BZ? Semis, new lows. Q's coming back down. All right, well, thanks for tuning in today, guys. Good day. It was fun while it lasted. Day's over. Day was over before it even started. Do, 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 do. You're right, Babo. All right, see you guys for the end of video report. Zoom numbers are dead. Like, no joke, 2 months ago, It was twice, probably twice the number of people on Zoom than there are right now. Yeah, probably around twice as many. Not saying that's bad or anything. I'm just usually a good indicator. Zoom numbers get really high, you know, be careful. They get really low, I mean shit might be starting to heat up again soon. Yeah, these reversing. Yeah. I mean, look at USAR. It is the definition of mega range. Yeah, so fun trading in the range. MP at the anchored VWAP from the peak right now. Yeah, if these aren't like a major, I've learned that if these aren't a major theme like they were back in September and October, I just can't trade them. Now, this on USAR is a range, but huge difference. I mean, this was like a 5 star VCP. God, where are those setups? Damn, that was so hot. Look at that volume on that breakout day too. 25 million shares, 10 times what's traded previously. 40 million. CBRS almost back to those lows. Wow. I don't know. Let's do a test. Someone put in a chart and then we can all click the buttons on it and see if it changes for everyone. Let's not crash the Discord though, please. Yeah, GH looks nice. Kind of reminds me of BFLY a little bit, which is being a POS right now. There you go. I'm putting a chart in. I'm gonna change the time frame to from it's on daily right now on IGV. I just clicked weekly. So it'll change now in a second. Should change to a weekly chart. All right, did everyone see it change to a weekly? Now 60-minute. Okay, so it changes for everyone. Is it should it not be like that? Should I don't know if you could well, hold on, let me start with this. There's a lot of things I thought you couldn't do these days, and every time there's a way to do it. So if it would be better so where it only changes for you on your screen when you click it, sure we could do that. Yeah, Q is almost back to the lows. Software's still holding up pretty well though, which is nice to see. My worry was that the Qs were going to reject because, I mean, look at the daily chart, right? It's kind of like an EMA crossback for now, up into resistance. Couldn't push yesterday. If Qs came back to new lows, would that mean IGV would give back this move? But so far, it's actually holding up pretty well. God, we're already on pace to trade a decent bit lower volume than yesterday. Oh boy. Oh boy. Best buys today, maybe Frog, PLTR. What else? GH maybe. Hmm. MDB. RNG, yeah, maybe. Thing's been a monster. Hasn't even closed below the 90 May yet. Along the cotton futures, nice. Eli Lilly off the 50 day. BFLY. Ugh. Yeah, you can see the volume coming in. Yeah, Snap got hit. Wow, full reversal on the nuclears. Jeez. I mean, I'm not surprised, but that'll happen. Hmm. By the way, guys, we're gonna get rid of the in the main chat, like the all the indicators that pop up on the charts and stuff. I think I know it's clogging the channel right now, but when people use it, but TSGR is working on it right now. I told him to not even get on Zoom. He should just work on that stuff. There's no point of coming on Zoom, to be honest. Not right now. Kind of reminds me of August. Honestly, August last year was pretty damn quiet too, up until Jackson Hole, which is when things started to heat up a little bit. Yeah, that's on Friday. Market wants some answers. Market wants a reason to do something. Not gonna lie, though, probably gonna be a short Zoom session today. It will be much more productive on my time to work on everything I have on my to-do list than to just kind of sit here and look at these all day, these charts, while I know I'm very likely not gonna place any trades. Mm, 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 mm. BDSX. Interesting. Looks like one of those charts that ends up making a huge move. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. IGV holding up well. Yeah, that's way better at TSDR. RVMD downside? Oh yeah. This thing's been a monster. Yeah, it's an important thing, guys, that message I sent in the chat. I mean, I feel like most people already kind of know it, but sometimes you can just be craving a big trade so bad that it can kind of blind you a little bit, you know? Whereas like, anybody can come up with any bullish reason for or bullish story for some stock or group. Like, Zen's comments on nuclear the other like yesterday and the day before. They were his fundamental or whatever reason for believing that that group can perform well or that it should do well eventually are all probably all correct, right? But if the conditions aren't right and they genuinely like aren't trending and like are a theme in play, you know, it's gonna be hard to micromanage a trade like that, like for a few day swing trade. It's different if you're accumulating all these nuclear stocks for months and months and months with a game plan, but the market conditions aren't great. The group's not in favor. Doesn't matter how good the long term story sounds, even if it's right and true. You know what I mean? Like with the robotics trade too and stuff, like I mean it was there. Everyone knows robotics are going to be a huge thing eventually one day. I mean a couple times a year everyone starts getting excited about the robotics theme, but like until they like truly make an explosive move or there's a huge episodic pivot in that group or some way, like it's just anyone's best guess, you know? At least that's how I look at it. Mm. Meta turning back up. Yeah, it's been meta headlines hitting the wires all morning long. Then again, there's nothing wrong with like trying this like LEU or like OKLO if it's within your system, right? Just don't be disappointed and get all tilted when they, give you a hard time, right? Know what market you're trading in. And F making a comeback again. Cash cat treasury. HPE, yeah, I see what you're saying, Fishman. I see what you're saying, man. Railroad stock, which one? CSX. Nice. Holy shit, this thing's look at that. That's a trender. What is this up? 50% there. Nice. Yeah, market conditions are everything, man. I mean, even Druck said that, he learned that from Soros, but even Druck, talks about that where he's like, Druck's investment style obviously is you know, I mean, he's one of the best, if not the best performing hedge fund manager out there over the last several decades. And he said even his style is useless if the market conditions aren't right. Or in fact, he says worse than useless. 2 pots of coffee deep. My goodness. Yeah, Meta cranking back up. What a wild move this morning on that thing. Let's turn on the pre-market. Whoa. Feeling like I need a coffee today. Inside day on the mags. Uh, by the way, guys, if you keep seeing me look up weird tickers on my charts and 1 minute time frames on them, I'm testing like a new scanner I'm building. So I'm not interested in day trading Boston Scientific Corp. Just testing something out. CRCL downside. Banks moving forward with global stable. Okay. Not gonna lie, volume alert trades or news trades have not been great lately. Granted, that's not a very impactful headline, I feel like. Damn MP fader. LEU nasty. Meta gunning for those highs. This thing is trading massive volume today, guys. It's already traded its average 50-day volume more than that. Huge. CRCL making new lows. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna hop off. I don't really have anything to talk about. I'm kind of just scanning through stuff and looking at stuff. Um, don't really have much to comment on right now. I mean, some nice reversals and some software names. Q's just kind of doing the up and down, up and down. Meta nice movement for, some day traders and stuff. That was nice. Tons of range today. Other than that, we're gonna see the report later from NVIDIA. Probably get the semis moving tomorrow. And yeah. But I got a lot of stuff I want to get done. Yeah, if I didn't have anything to do, I'd probably just stay on and hang out. But I do have a lot of really productive stuff that I want to get done, um, which I'm excited about. Um, yeah, so that's it. Um, take it easy the rest of the day. Go for a walk if you need to. You probably ain't gonna miss anything. That's all I got.